India's doors are open for everyone and complies with the requirements of the license, will certainly be given a license and then separately be given the spectrum at the TRAI decided price, which TRAI will, in its best judgment, come to a conclusion on.
But Indian companies were opposed to this policy. We remember the UPA days of the 2G spectrum scam, which was at one level a zero-sum theory, at another level it led to cancellation of licenses. We're back to a situation where you've come out of the auction regime, which was supposed to ensure transparency and maximization of government revenue. Is there a thought behind this? Are you not worried that the same charges of giving this on a discretionary basis will rise again? Because this time the man demanding it was Elon Musk. It's kosher to give auction without, spectrum without an auction.
So I'm glad you asked that question, and I think it's important that we understand the science behind spectrum, frequency, airwaves. So there's a very distinct difference between terrestrial networks and non-terrestrial networks. As far as terrestrial networks are concerned, when you're auctioning spectrum at a much lower frequency, that spectrum can be used by a single person, entity, corporation, or whatever. And therefore, that it is possible for you from an engineering standpoint and a physics standpoint to auction it. Because I can allot it to a Navika, or I can allot it to X or Y or Z, and no one else can use that frequency of that spectrum apart from you. When you get into satellite spectrum, so MEO, LEO, satellite spectrum, that spectrum is a shared spectrum. That spectrum at that height, at that level, cannot be allocated to a single person. So the question is, there is a scientific argument and then an economic argument. How can you auction something that is shared? You can only auction something that is committed to a certain individual. So satellite phones, for example, you have to point your antenna, and that's when you get the signal, and it keeps shifting. And so therefore that spectrum is shared, number one. Number two, if you look at across the world, every single country across the world, because of its physics principle, satellite spectrum is always administratively assigned. There is no country in the world which auctions satellite spectrum, because it's physically impossible to auction it. Third, this is something that has been debated ad nauseum and has been passed by Parliament. The Telecom Act that was passed in November of last year very clearly in its first schedule says, because of these very reasons, that satellite spectrum will be administratively allocated. Now, that's the regulatory process. Now you bring in the economic argument. How will you administratively allocate it? That pricing is not going to be on a FIFO basis. First in, first out, first come, first served, none of this stuff. It's going to be decided by the Telecom Regulatory Authority. We have a TRAI, we have a regulatory authority that assigns a price for that spectrum. That authority will assign that price, and based on that, the spectrum will be assigned to everyone that procures a license. We have today two parties that have a license in India. We have OneWeb or Bharti, and we have Reliance that have a satellite license. So whoever comes in, and India's doors are open for everyone, and complies with the requirements of the license, will certainly be given a license and then separately be given the spectrum at the TRAI decided price, which TRAI will, in its best judgment, come to a conclusion on.
But Indian companies were opposed to this policy. Clearly, they probably felt that this was not the best way and put the Indian companies at a disadvantage?
So couple of things. One, technology like the screen that you have in front of you is ever moving, and it moves at a very fast clip. What is prevalent and what you deem as the needed technology may change tomorrow, number one. Number two, my job as communications minister is to make sure that my consumer, which is 116 crore people in this country, are able to access data and voice in every manner possible. And therefore, for me, complementarity is key. There are still parts of the country and 20,000 villages that require network to be set up, which is what I'm working on. By June next year, every inch of our geographical mass in our country will be covered by coverage. But I have to provide that complementarity to my customers. And satellite, mobile, OFC, broadband, VSAT, all of these are complementary technologies for me to be able to provide communications to my consumers. My consumers will decide what is the route they want to take. That choice is theirs, not mine or yours or any one company's.